All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Forum Thread Podcast number 146. I am Wadabra, and here with me tonight, I have the following individuals, beginning with Chaos Mana.
Hello.
Zap45.
Hey.
Tgjanland.
First time hater, last time caller.
And a special guest, Hilferty?
Yes.
Close.
Who are you, and how do you say your name? Seriously, who is this guy? I don't know this guy.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so Hilferty over here, he's a friend of mine. I've known him for probably about 25 years now. We were crib mates. We were born like right next to each other. It was really weird. So our parents, they were both C-Lab technicians. So
I'm trying to figure out how this works real quick. If you were born right next to each other, were your moms like crotches like aimed at each other?
Bed to bed. Delivered by the same doctor.
And they squirted you guys out into the same crib?
In a C-Lab on the moon.
I'd like to imagine that he said the wrong number and just rolled with it.
Is that other man Hilferty? Did he join too?
No, there's no other Matt Hilferty. We were hoping a stranger would call because he has two Skype names. So I figured if I had both of them, one of them might be the right one of them might be the wrong one. So I was hoping for a stranger
Either
tonight.
way,
Stranger danger.
What if the other one joins? It's like, hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, what's up? Welcome to the podcast. What if he just like rolls with it? He's already recording too.
My worst fear is that the last 10 years are just out the drain. They're just gone.
Yeah, he's
that's the secret twist at the end.
Mm-hmm. So Matt, introduce yourself. Tell us about yourself.
I feel kind of like a hobbit. I've been across the country and back.
Are you also short like a hobbit?
I've been told I have feet like a hobbit.
Oh, so you have big hairy feet.
Tjjan is the hobbit.
I'm not hairy like a hobbit, though.
You know what they say about guys with big hairy feet?
What do they say?
That they look funny.
Shit.
Yeah.
Hey.
They like to go on adventures.
And walking to Mordor and that kind of thing.
Well, you said he was like an aspiring video.
We went to college together. He was a film student with me at Drexel University.
Well, wait. So why can't he say this?
Because I'm just introducing him so he like gets into it.
He's supposed to introduce himself. He says he's got big feet. He didn't say he was lacking a mouth.
Mm-hmm. It's a big hairy mouth. What do you want?
I went to school for film and video and did a few things in college and sold furniture for a while. And now I'm living in Atlanta and running an entire building full of AV. You did some videos when you were in college. Did you make any porn? I'd rather not discuss that time in my life.
Oh, wonderful. That's the correct answer, sir.
And my time in San Francisco.
So we have a channel called TFT Plays. We're looking to start a YouTube channel called TFT Lays. It's our red light channel. So we're looking.
You and I could be co-stars since you spent some time in San Francisco. You're already used to that type of thing.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
This is your interview.
It's kind of an initiation out there.
I like where this is going. All right, now, Tjjan, you just have to design. You just have to design like the whole like not letterhead, but the picture that's going to go on top of the banner of
the
TFT
logo.
Lays. Yeah, that thing, and we will be good to go.
That thing they've had a name for as long as they've had logos.
Yeah.
Hey! I'm running on like a few hours of sleep here, so you're just going to have to be patient with my limited vocabulary tonight.
How is this your first time this year watching Little Mermaid? That's ridiculous.
What?
We're 28 days into
What do you mean
2016.
first time this year? You watch it yearly?
I watch it multiple times a year.
Really?
Well, the way he tweeted earlier, he was like, "Oh man, it's been so long. This is the first time I'm watching it this year." And I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
How many times do you have to watch it?
I watch it whenever I feel like watching it, and I felt like watching it today. It's one of my favorite Disney movies, damn it. Well, actually, it's one of my favorite
Mermaid that
anime movies. What?
What is it about the Little Mermaid that it's your favorite? I'm curious.
I really like the general themes of it. So a lot of people look at it be like, oh, it's like Ariel's story and how, she's just this teenager that wants to go marry this guy. But really what I think is interesting about it is looking at it from the King Triton's point of view, where his daughter falls in love with this human, but see, you can swap this out for his daughter falls in love with a lesbian, or his white daughter falls in love with some black guys.
A naked person.
Yeah, it lets you. Ooh, I just dropped my phone. It lets you kind of play devil's advocate in a very LGBT and or interracial type thing, because a lot of the people involved in this movie actually had to deal with those type of issues when they were growing up and dealing with their family. So it really is, in my opinion, I think it's more of a full a movie where King Triton is actually the main character, and we just look at it from his daughter's point of view, because he's the one that goes through the big character arc. He goes from kind of hating humans in general to accepting that his daughter has fallen in love with someone that he doesn't necessarily approve of. He throws his tantrum, destroys all of her stuff, feels bad about it, and then winds up coming back around and says, look, even, we've had our differences, but I want you to know that I love you and I support you, and I'm going to accept you for who you are. So I really like that aspect of this film. That's why I like it so much.
You're going to love Shameless Season 2. That's all I'm saying.
Shameless?
Don't know what that is. Please
Shameless?
explain.
Oh, it's a thing.
Is it a
That's what
TV
you
show?
guys get to look forward to for the next hours.
God
and you just
damn
quoting
it.
random shit.
I can tell you and Tjan have shared a crib, obviously, because, you have the same fucking answer. It's a thing.
It's just a thing.
God damn it.
Mm.
If you could track down who said it first, that'd be great help, because we've been sharing credit for far too long.
He steals my jokes, I steal his jokes.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. It's just a thing that we do.
I'd like to imagine a conversation that's only between you two, just is like a loop over and over. It's a thing, but wait, what? No.
So do you guys have any sort of movies that you like to watch that you enjoy watching it for a reason other than, what the main story itself may be? I mean, everyone has to have one of those pleasures, right?
Yeah, I would imagine so. I feel like the medium of film in itself, right? There are many meanings you can draw from that particular movie or TV series that you watch.
Okay, so what's yours, Zach?
Well, put me on the spot, why don't you?
I am. That's what I just did.
I like Treasure Planet.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Which one?
I like because the main theme is adventure, or at least that's how I take from it. But I like the subtle tones of how you can be a successful human being with having one mom, and or the whole interspecies relationship thing, where it's you don't have to be a certain person, or it goes into what you were talking about, you can be a different gender, or a different pigment of skin, or even a cat and a dog can have relations and be friendly. So it's camaraderie. It's the brotherhood and kinship of being a conscious being and adventure. That's what I like about it.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I definitely don't dislike Treasure Planet. It just felt like one of those missed opportunities for me. But I really like the relationship between Jim. I want to say James, but Jim and the cybernetic Long John guy. What's his name?
Silver.
Silver. It's been a while since I've seen it.
No worries.
But
Silver.
I like how they kind of fleshed him out to where he wasn't really a villain. He was the villain, but at the same time, he genuinely had a soft spot for Jim, and that definitely came across.
Yeah.
And also, he had a really badass arm.
For sure.
Seriously. Did you see him make breakfast with that arm?
It was amazing. And I also love the fact that a lot of it was in 2D animation, and the soundtrack was really good. And like you said, I really enjoyed that sort of that mentor student relationship they built, because a lot of the emotions that they shared were very genuine.
See, the only thing I didn't like about the movie, actually, I'm really thinking about it now, why I didn't like it as much. And the only thing that keeps popping up in my head, the reason I didn't like it as much, was because they had that goddamn robot.
That's totally fair. That's for me with Frozen.
Is that the Claptrap?
No,
Okay.
He's just
It-
there
I
for
haven't, I
comedy.
haven't really seen that
It's
movie.
it
in
suffered from
forever,
the same problem that Pocahontas did, where they had too many side characters, and also The
Comic
Princess
relief.
and the Frog had too many side characters that served comic relief, because they also had that little pink floaty blob thing, in addition to the annoying robot. Like, you could have the annoying robot, or you could have the cutesy blob thing, but together it was just too much. Like, no, whoa, guys, just cut one of these out. It's fine. You don't have to have these uber cutesy things.
Yeah. And I get that. I can definitely
Listen,
understand
we
that
need Ewoks. We need them.
We need to shoot them.
We need Ewoks in our lives.
point. No, we
Oh my
don't.
god. Best
Yes.
Star Wars game ever is if they came up with a game where you got to hunt Ewoks.
That's
It's a
horrifying.
big game
Like
hunter.
Cabela's,
That'd be
Cabela's
amazing.
big Ewok hunter.
I want a
Yes.
game where I'm just an Ewok.
Darth Vader awards you points for every Ewok you bring in.
Oh, and then they could do something like that Lord of the Rings game where every Ewok you kill, you can investigate like who their family members are, and so you can like commit genocide in the different family trees and wipe out entire generations of Wookiees or Wookiees
What?
Ewoks.
Wait, which game is this?
What? No.
It's
no,
a
that
that one
dream
Lord.
game,
I know.
apparently.
You said like comparing it to.
That one Lord of the Rings game where when you kill the Orc minions, you can see what rank they are in the army and who their
Shadow of
supervisors and
Mordor.
stuff
Oh,
were.
that's Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah, it was still Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
wrong.
No, we're just naming the
Oh,
game.
okay. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Yeah, if it was like that, but with the family tree lineage, so you could see who the kids were, who the parents were, the grandparents were, so you could like be like, oh, I got you, so now let me go get your wife, and then I'm gonna get your kids. Or if you could like lock one in a cage and then kill their whole family, and then kill them.
Oh, and then there's a prequel, but it's for whatever the fuck, the Gungans. Wouldn't that be great?
Acceptable losses. Wait, that planet's already dead. They're done.
It's like a prequel.
It's a
So you can,
prequel.
like, alter the timeline.
Yeah.
So you find where Jar Jar is going to happen, and you stop it.
How different do you think the Star Wars universe would be without Jar Jar Binks?
It would be better.
Do you really think so?
Yeah, you flash over. Qui-Gon never runs into him. Like the entire arc is differently. Like they beat the robots before they even have the giant like
Do they even discover
confrontation about
Anakin?
it.
Yeah,
They
look,
never
look,
discover
look,
Anakin.
The answer is
There's
simple.
no midichlorians discussed.
The answer is simple. Jar Jar doesn't exist. Palpatine doesn't gain control of the Senate.
Right.
That's very simple.
Everything's fine. There's no movie.
Everything's fine. There are no Star Wars.
Oh my god, are we
Padme
saying that
stays
everything is Jar Jar's fault?
Maybe.
We've known this for 11 years.
Oh, I didn't pay that close of attention, so everything literally was Jar Jar's fault. That's amazing.
I still blame the Illuminati, but to each their own.
Sure.
Jar Jar is in charge of
The Illuminati are causing their own problems right now. Let's
True.
not worry about them.
Have you seen the $100 bill? They've lost control of that.
Dude, I like it.
You can't decipher that thing anymore. It's impossible.
Well, yeah, I think that's the whole point. It's security measures.
How am I going to steal the Declaration of Independence with that kind of clue?
Exactly.
The moment I really stopped caring about working at Best Buy was the time somebody handed me a $100 bill in cash, and I was like, nope, fuck this.
Why? Was that
people
the
do that at, people do that at my job all the time. Are like they're paying for like a pack of pencils or something, and they hand me a $100 bill, and it's like the beginning of the day, and I have just the change I need. So it's like, do I hand them all of the money in the register, or?
I mean, it's been a while since I worked in retail, but the day's over. You made all your money, right? Like you just close up shop and you're done.
Well, no,
You made all your
because
money.
there's a vault on site that has more money in it. So you just tell your manager, okay, some guy, I had to make change for a $100 bill, so
I know, but
go dig in that closet and give me more bills.
It's still obnoxious when someone's like expecting, all this money and change and for no. It feels like for no reason. Like I see these smaller bills, like they're just like trying to gain change from me.
No, I'm talking about like having to actually figure out if it's a real $100 bill or not. It all looks like fucking Monopoly.
That too.
Because
I did run into a counterfeit bill that I had suspicions about, but I wasn't 100% sure because it passed some of the tests.
You just have to like mark it with the marker, and if it passes,
No,
then you're
see,
like,
that's
No,
that's
they
the thing.
don't
It was
do that
it was a washed bill. that they had. It was probably like a 20 or something. They washed it out and printed it over again with $100.
Yeah.
So it still passed the material test, and that's what threw me off. I didn't know that was a thing you could do.
Oh, that's
But
brilliant.
when looking at it, the print was like all strange and skewed, and there was no like those ghost images. Like those weren't there either. And like I double checked after the fact after I had already like gone through the transaction. I was like, wait, that's not actually real, and I double checked with the manager.
Mm-hmm.
But at that point in time, it's
Let's go
too
spend
late.
this
and,
fake $100
Oh yeah,
really
that's right. It's
fast.
too late. They said they were just gonna have to submit it anyway.
and then they
But
promptly
now I
fired
know
you, right?
that's a thing to look out for.
They submitted the fake money.
Well, no, they have to submit it to the accounting. They're not submit it as a fake
Oh,
dollar
Okay.
bill, but they
to
just
tell
have to
accounting,
submit it.
hey, we just lost $100. So,
Yeah, exactly.
thanks to our new hire here, and we're firing him right away. So don't worry, this won't happen again.
Or at least we're giving him a severance package of $100.
Yeah.
Here, you can keep the fake bill. See if you can rip anybody
You can
off.
make this work somewhere else. Good luck to you. And then you get somebody else fired, and then that $100 bill is just like travels the world. That guy who gave you the $100 bill, he just lost his job because somebody gave him that $100 bill. It's
Oh,
legendary.
that would be.
It sounds like
yeah,
a
that would
Stephen
be
King book.
sweet karma.
Where's the plot twist end?
Well,
where
where's the horror? This
No,
isn't
Stephen
a
King doesn't do
book.
twist plots. That's what Shyamalama Ding Dong does.
Fair enough. I think if it after you use the accursed $100 bill, you die. That's throw like a monkey's paw kind of situation in it, and then it can be like.
So
a
it's
Stephen
like
book.
The Ring, but with the $100 bill.
Exactly.
Now, what if you had like a curse like millipede? So each leg curled up when you had like one of your million wishes. That'd be pretty cool. I'd sell my soul for that.
Yeah, but it.
Millipedes only
And
have
if you
a...
die before you finish all your wishes, do you keep your soul?
No?
That's probably something you have to work out in the fine print of the devil.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll let you
Contracts.
make a contract with Satan himself, and first you have to make him into a real person. So create him, then make a contract with him, and then tell us how it works out for you.
Well, he's here. I
Yeah.
invited him as a guest tonight.
Oh, Mr. Hilferty, I had no idea that you were
He has
actually
played
Satan.
the devil in a production before.
Oh, how wonderful!
How was that?
So
right, I forgot about
I've
that.
been meaning to ask you about real estate in the Seventh Circle. How is the landscape there?
Well, it's kind of a rough time right now.
Isn't that
Oh.
the pit where like it's all mud and people like up their necks and like shit?
It's
I don't think-
give me yeah, it's technically a tri-state area. I mean, it could be good.
Well,
a lot of
damn it,
crime.
I'm not going to
A
live
lot
in
of
the ghetto
homicide.
then.
I'm just
Forget
gonna
it.
level with you.
Just move to Atlanta.
No, I'm staying in the Third Circle. That's where I feel comfortable.
Now, what's in the third circle?
Sodomites.
Oh, okay.
You like sodomy kids?
The best circle.
Yeah, well,
The inner circle.
different strokes for different folks.
You see everybody actually in stocks in the streets, and it's like an all-you-can-eat buffet, except with holes that you can stick your dick into.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's one big glory hole.
Is this just like a glory hole buffet?
Oh dear God.
Only without the hole in the wall, because they're actually in the stockades, so they're just out there for everyone to see.
Those come with holes.
I completely missed that in Dante's Inferno. I'm gonna have to read that again.
Yeah, you can read that one.
Well,
What,
they
you
did take
play
some
the game
they
just
took
to-
some creative liberties with Dante's Inferno.
Fair enough.
We have the truth right here. I mean, we have the devil right here telling us. I mean, sorry, Satan himself right here.
Yeah, when you
Telling
rearrange
us
it,
how
I
it
go
is.
by Dev.
yeah.
I go by Dev sometimes.
Do you go by Stan?
Stan the devil.
Yeah, so when you rearrange the letters in Matt's name, it actually spells out Satan. Doesn't know you.
Yeah.
Just want to let
You
you
have
guys
to add
know
a few
that.
letters. They're silent.
Yeah. Oh, man.
So,
What are you
I
doing
have
with
a-
all those dead celebrities down there in hell?
We're having a kick-ass rock concert. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Probably make a few killer movies too, with real serial killers in them too. I'm sure that gets played
Yeah.
out, right?
Who's the last one we got? Who did we get last?
The dude from
right,
Godfather.
Abe Vigoda. We've got Abe Vigoda.
Everybody's like, "Oh man, I can't believe this guy." I'm like, the dude was 95 years old. Like he's all of them, he's the most likely to go.
You just said, "I'm done."
yeah,
he's over it.
Well,
It's
the
cool,
other
guys.
two, it was like both cancer. It was like at this, like very close at the same time, and then
The other
this
two
is the only
being
one
David
that's
Bowie.
slightly more. It's not as much of a surprise, I guess.
Yeah.
Wait, so who's dead?
David Bowie.
David
I
Bowie?
tell you what,
and
we've got
Alan Rickman.
we've got a great concert going on, a pretty decent stage show, and then we've got the Eagles over here fucking it up.
Yeah, that's wait. No, didn't the Eagles die too?
Thanks for joining on the joke.
Jesus, everybody's dying.
Yeah.
Who's next? Who do you have
Dude.
playing next?
If they're British, they're gonna...
Tjin, no.
Tjin, are you
Rule
British?
6.
And are you the age of anywhere from 50 to 69?
Yes, all of those above.
Great,
Uh-oh.
Fusion's doomed.
Oh, Fusion is doomed. Yes.
Poor Mr. Fusion. We miss him so much.
At least he's used to not being able to drink the water, so he'll be all right.
Fair enough.
Let's just make that an ongoing joke at this point. Like he's dead. Rest in peace.
Yep.
What was
Rip Fusion.
the 40th anniversary of SNL last year? Where they just kept talking about John Lovitz. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah.
So like every other skit was just like
In memoriam.
yeah, John Lovitz. And they would cut to him, and he's just like, "What? I'm alive."
I'm right here. you dicks.
Is this an interactive podcast, or are people actually looking into things and linking?
Oh, you know what would be really weird with these dead celebrities? So I was reading this article. It was an older article, but for some reason Google suggested it to me that a couple years ago they found some sort of like mummified prehistoric Iceman that was like 5,000 years ago, and there were like women that were messaging the scientists saying, "Hey, if he has viable sperm, I will have his babies." And there was more than one person. Like there was like a whole little list of people that are like, "Yeah, let me have the dead guy's babies." Which obviously wouldn't work because all of his genitalia got like mummified right off his body. But with a freshly dead person, what if you could like, the family's like, "Hey, he didn't have any offspring, so let's, harvest his balls for sperm and sell it to people." And so you could like have babies post-mortem.
I thought you were going to say, let's yank him off one last time, but then things got sort of darker
Ew.
than that. What's darker, harvesting a man's balls or yanking him off while he's in rigor mortis? We'll let the audience decide.
The brain's dead. The brain would be dead, so you wouldn't be able to have the reaction.
True.
So
You should be sitting there, fruitless efforts.
Don't tell him that. Let him let him try. Let him put forth the effort.
Little Timmy take a swing at it.
I mean, most of these famous people will be rich as fuck, but I mean, it'd be kind of funny to do, especially like with like when you can make designer babies. You're like, oh, we could just like make another version of
Designer
Celebrity
corpses.
X.
I would like a David Bowie. It's just like, is that we can literally shop for our babies at this point? Is that where we're at? Like, I wanna
Pretty close. Like in 10 years, we'll probably be able to do that.
yeah. Around that time, we'll have
Well,
driving cars.
Are we
Self-driving
actually
cars, I
that
should
close
say.
to that technology?
We're pretty close. Already.
Yeah, because you can do really cool stuff with what's it called? CRISPR, I believe, is what the technology is called, which lets you splice different parts of DNA. I wish Luzelda were here because she'd probably be able to tell me that I'm just absolutely full of shit with everything that I'm saying. But
Yeah.
she's
Listen,
not.
If she's
so.
not on, then we're totally correct. Science.
That's
is
right.
We need a
We are- we're the science authority.
emergency hotline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the bat signal in the sky, only it's in the shape of Luzelda's face. No, it's her new business card. It'll be her new business card just shining in the sky. Help us!
That could work. Maybe.
But yeah, this CRISPR program is able to like cut out and add and remove sections of DNA really easily. So if you have certain undesirable characteristics, like you have the genes that make you more susceptible to cancers or heart attack or things like that, or you potentially could cut those out or replace them with healthier versions of the DNA. So heck yeah. It'd be pretty much just like
DNA.
pulling up a little menu, like when you drive up to the gas station and they have that build your own burger thing on the menu while you're pumping your gas. It's like you could totally do that. You just go in there, you jizz into a little cup, and then they're like, okay, what traits would you like your baby to have? You just press whatever buttons you want, and they're like, okay, your baby will be ready in 9 months. Come back then.
So like sort of like you go to the hospital for like a physical. It's like
I don't know how they get the woman's egg out. I imagine it'd be a little more difficult than jizzing into a cup. But let's just gloss over that aspect.
Exactly.
Especially since we don't have any women here in the podcast currently.
Exactly.
So
I'm sorry, but who else is thinking about Kirok, the unfrozen caveman lawyer, going into a sperm bank and doing this kind of thing?
Does anybody understand his reference?
Not me.
Nope.
I didn't understand that reference. Strike two.
Phil Hartman on Saturday Night Live, the unfrozen caveman lawyer.
Oh, I knew that one.
I still don't know what you're talking about.
Guys, trust me. The joke is funny.
The joke is, you know
Guys,
what?
The joke is actually real at one point in time.
Who knows how to say the joke is good in Spanish? Someone just say that for me.
El Joco, El Bueno.
C.
Bueno.
Hey!
And now it's legit.
El Yoko.
We're the authority on Spanish, women, and science on this podcast.
Oh,
Absolutely.
oh fuck! What have you done? What Pandora's box have you just opened, Tjan?
Did you say Pentora?
Pandora's box.
Is that a band?
I said Pan.
Or Pantera.
Pantera. That's just a rock.
Pantera's box.
Yeah, that's just a kick-ass box, man.
Oh, now that we brought them up, somebody's gonna die from that band.
Oh no.
Unless they're already all dead. Is that band still alive?
I'm pretty sure they're all
No,
dead.
Mr. Fusion played in that
They
band.
died of coke
Yeah.
overdoses.
There you go.
He's dead
Rest in
now,
peace.
so yeah. Rip.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Fusion. You had a good life.
We'll always remember you. Remember that time we saw him at RTX?
No, I don't.
Did you meet him at the RTX before that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I saw him once at the very end, and that was like when you already had to go.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel-
when I saw him.
I feel super shitty because that group photo that we took, I thought he was taller than he actually was, so my hand was on his head for a bit. And
You're a scumbag.
Yeah.
You're a dick,
But
dude.
he had a hat on, so it's not that big of a deal. I still feel bad about it, and I
You
haven't
still
had the
put
time.
your hand on his head.
I didn't mean to. I meant to put it on around his shoulder, and it just got,
that's brilliant.
Now I feel shitty. I've yet to apologize for it. It was just an awkward moment, and I don't.
Now it's too late. If you apologize to it like 2 years later, it just doesn't.
That's
have
what this
any
podcast
weight.
is. It's actually a big apology letter.
Yeah, Mr. Fusion, if you're out there in hell somewhere because you're dead now, Zach apologizes for being a total douchebag.
I just want to be a total douchebag. Kill me.
Speaking of
No worries.
RTX, are we the only 5 people in the world who aren't at Laser Team right now?
Oh gosh, everyone! I'm like, I hope it's a really good movie because like everyone in the world is like seeing it. I know like Siwan and Kyle are like going together to see it as well. It's a massive event, and then also the backers already have the digital version.
Yeah, I do have a digital version, but I literally got my Blu-ray copy today, so I'll be watching that eventually.
Can I borrow that when you're done? So Matt, outside of, or you don't know RT, you're like not a part of Rooster Teeth community. Have you ever heard of this movie called Laser Team?
Laser Team?
Yeah.
No.
Lazer Team.
Lazer.
Lazer.
Okay.
So you haven't even heard anything about this, which is what I thought. So I'm like not expecting people outside of like that community to even know what this thing is.
Yeah,
It's funny because
Well, in theory, like, what if this movie does really well? It might like super like spawn interest in not only a sequel but just like more Rooster Teeth in general.
yeah.
I don't think this movie is going to do well enough where it's going to like have like a much bigger release. So Matt, this was a Kickstarter movie by Rooster Teeth that raised $2.4 million for a movie. So, and they just released it, I think, today, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so but they only had like a one night release. So like
How
people
does
bought.
a movie like this earn the same or raise as much money as Super Troopers 2.
Well, Super Troopers 2 beat their record, and they actually had a stream where they hosted the Broken Lizard crew, where they said, hey, here's the championship belt, you beat our record.
Yeah.
So it was pretty funny to see the Super Trooper guys with the RT guys on a community stream. It was really funny. I'm like, this is weird worlds colliding.
Yeah, well, one way to answer your question, Matt, is that there's just this very super dedicated community of people who've been watching their stuff since, 2006, 7? They've been on the internet for 10 or 11 years.
But yeah, I think we're the only people in the world not watching that movie right now.
So, hey, have you guys heard of this fucking alarm clock thing that Microsoft has announced or has just released some sort of bullshit? This thing actually would make me very proud. So my cousin, she can sleep through anything. And she has this annoying alarm clock that goes off, and it sounds like a cybernetic hamster having sex with itself. It's horrible. It's really, really loud.
I want to know your reference for this.
Look up happy hamster noises on YouTube. Now picture that like a giant cybernetic animal. Yeah.
We'll wait.
Yeah.
So while you're looking it up, I'll continue my story. So we have this horrible alarm, and she can sleep through that fucking thing for a good 3 minutes. So it's just going and going and going. I can hear it clear across the fucking apartment. So then she will wake up eventually. She'll snooze it, and then I get to look forward to hearing that again 5 minutes from that time. And she may snooze it like 2, 3, 4 times, however long she wants to do it. So this alarm, I was able to pull it up. It's called the Microsoft Mimicker alarm. Or Mimicker? Yeah, alarm. It makes you play a game of sorts before it stops screaming at you.
That's
Which game does this one do? Because I know there's a lot, I have a phone app that does the same thing.
So it's a different thing every time, apparently, of this different group, so you don't get used to doing the same thing. So one of the things it'll do is it will make you take a selfie of yourself with the expression that it tells you to make.
Oh.
So unless you make the exact expression it's telling you to make, you will fail over and over, and it will not quit going off. So it makes you wakes your brain up.
Look wide-eyed and smile happy.
Yeah. Or it'll say, take a picture of an object of a specific color or shape or something like that. So you have to look around your room with the camera to find something
that's actually
that you can take
clever.
a picture of. Or the third option is you have to say a tongue twister correctly.
Sally
how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? You try saying that when you first roll out of bed in the morning, you'll be like, motherfucker, what are you doing to me, you goddamn alarm?
So it's like the voice recognition, text-to-speech or whatever? Yeah, the other way around?
Yes.
That would be so perfect. I have the one where, I just have the one where it, does the, solve this math problem and, things like that.
Yeah, and you get 1 + 1 =, and you type in 2, and then you go back to sleep because it didn't require any brain power.
Yeah.
But I could see this being one, super annoying for normal people, but if you're one of those assholes that continually hits the snooze button for half an hour while the rest of the house has to listen to it, then I get up sometimes even before my alarm goes off. So yeah, there's no reason to punish other people for your laziness. So this is the perfect thing.
To be fair, Ken moving your pillow a little made you wake up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, that was a dick move.
It was a dick move.
So get him the alarm.
And then he had the audacity to say to me in the morning, he's like, "You got up a lot last night." I'm like, "I got up twice. Once because I had to pee, and twice because you pulled the pillow out from under my head, and I just needed to get up because I was upset."
And I kept looking for my knife to stab you with.
Yeah, exactly.
And I couldn't find it because the lights were off because it was dark because I should have been sleeping.
Pretty much. I was trying to be nicer than that because I can be pretty surly in the morning. That's pretty much my thought process right there.
I'm surprised you haven't strangled Sam
surly?
yet.
I always associate surliness with being drunk. Is surly not drunk?
No, surly is having a not nice demeanor.
So like
Just being a jerk.
Rough
Drunk-
around the
drunk
edges.
qualifies as
sassy,
that.
but not like playful sassy, right?
So,
Playful,
like,
sassy.
Say like a female boar protecting her little piglets, and you happen to get too close, and she decides to cut your ass with her tusks. That would be a surly disposition.
See, I thought that was ornery. I
No.
confused the two with the pigs and stuff like that. I could never tell if they're being surly or ornery.
Yeah.
Yeah, surly
just
is
watched-
usually brought on by some kind of downer.
Or just bad disposition. Ornery.
It doesn't have to
ornery.
be bad disposition is not the same as hostile disposition. Like you can be
Yeah.
bad or like not fun to be with. It doesn't mean that you're actively going against someone else.
Yeah, I'd say surly is like an aggressive sourpuss.
Okay, so speaking of being surly, so we're 5 dudes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Yes.
I don't know. Can we prove this?
So, well, I mean,
Prove this on stream.
later.
yeah, we've got video. So,
And the
we've all
count of
used
3, everyone,
urinals before,
everyone
correct?
flash your genitals at the camera.
Mm-hmm. Matt, you first.
Yeah.
It's your
I don't have
initiation.
an angle wide enough for that.
So
Oh, nice.
we've all used the
touche.
standing urinals,
Actually,
correct?
I do, but it's at school.
Well, you gotta test it somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
Get back to us. Let us know if it works.
There's going to be a 180-degree wide angle shot of my junk in your inbox tomorrow. So
Well, we're gonna need a thumbnail for this podcast. So
It's just a giant sensor bar with his face on top.
I was
we'll take
thinking
all
like
submissions.
coffee with Satan because Dark's sleepy, but we'll work with something. We can use dicks, I guess. But anyway,
can.
stand in urinals, teaching.
So
Speaking
we're all
of
standing
dicks,
urinals. So every now and again, if you're normal, sometimes it's a little hard to pee, right? So sometimes you get a little camera shy or something like that, or if there's
What?
people around, or if you're at a sporting event and there's like a billion guys and you're just like they're all standing behind you and you can't go. So I'm wondering, what's your method to help you get through that?
Oh yeah.
Don't
I call
be
that
a
shy
bitch.
bladder.
Okay, Zach is being a little bitch, so that's his answer.
No, I said
Dark, you
don't
go.
be.
Well, you're more man than all of us. It's because of the
Yeah.
hair.
I do have some righteous locks. I'm not going to deny this. Dark,
So
Oh, no,
what's
Dark,
your
what do you
method?
do?
My solution is to get drunk, because then I don't worry about it. Or if I do suffer from shy bladder, like sometimes I'll be like walk up, everything's fine, and then suddenly like at just the wrong time, someone else will walk up right next to me. I'm like, fuck, now I can't
You
pee
get
because like
startled.
I don't know, something just shuts off, and like I just can't. It's like I want to, I still have to, but nothing's coming out now. So I'm like, fuck this. So then I just like zip it up and go and try and find an open stall, and then walk inside there, shut the door, and then the relative privacy of not having somebody like right next to me, like, okay, I can pee now, and then I relax and let it go. It's like it doesn't bother me that people can hear me peeing. I don't know what it is. If someone's just like suddenly walks up next to me when I'm getting ready to go, it doesn't work. Like they can walk up to me after the stream has started, it's fine. It's just like that one moment when I'm getting ready to start, and then nope, just won't do it.
Maybe it's like a instinctual survival thing, because like back in the
Maybe.
day, when
I'm
we were
worried that
being
I might
hunted, we
actually
didn't
have to
time
stab
pee.
them.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
have time to pee when you're fighting for your life.
Your defenses are on.
There's
It's
some
like-
dude at my work that only pees in short bursts, all the time.
You
What?
might
Short
have a
burst.
prostate
Pro-
problem, Tom.
Yeah, right.
Short little
You
bursts.
should
Like,
maybe refer him to a doctor.
Yeah,
the next time I'll be like, hey buddy,
lean
I think
over.
you should see a doctor.
Yeah, just lean over. Tell him he
Oh,
needs a prostate exam.
It's like,
you're
turn your head and cough.
do you have an enlarged prostate? Because you might want to get that checked out.
Yeah, that's
What is with the turning in the head and the cough? What does that actually prove?
It's supposed to detect a hernia.
yeah. and-
Okay, so it's nothing to do with prostate. So
No, well,
No,
I
yeah.
thought
for
there
your
was a
nuts.
connection there.
Yeah, that's
I'm
No,
definitely-
if they would have to shove their finger up your ass to test your prostate. Like, no, that's why they cup your balls and you turn your head and you cough, because they're testing to make sure that there's no hernia in your scrotum.
and you cough each different direction to check each ball.
But why do you turn your head?
To check
don't
the
know.
different ball.
Something about the tension
yeah,
through
we're
your
talking
body. I
science
don't
today,
know.
and all science is right. So that's the science. That's true.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah, that's literally.
There's
100%
no need to
accurate.
fact check any of this whatsoever. It's true. You heard it on the internet.
We are a certified science podcast.
Yep.
Right? We've got those credentials, the medals, Nobel Peace Prize, all that stuff.
Look,
Pretty
we stole
much.
Lozelda's
And I don't require
saber.
any proof at all.
Perfect.
We have somebody on this podcast who has written a science paper. That gives all the credit we need.
Yep.
See here, I was too afraid to actually bring that up because, she might actually like mail a package of mystery dust to my door and, then my luscious locks will fall off the next day. So
Wait. Is it somewhere that you can show? Like, it'd be funny if it got super harshly judged.
We do need more videos for shenanigans, so
We do, yeah.
do whatever you can for footage.
we print out the science essay and then just send it to Zelda, and then the video is her like getting
Just tearing
put
it
on reading
apart.
glasses, and then just
Yeah.
like starting reading it at the first page, it's fine, and each page gets progressively more like twitchy and insane.
Yeah.
So, Chaos, what do you do?
I have zero issues no matter who's around. The only issues is
big
if
man
I
over here.
need to go. Like I
the
know
man's man.
I know it's somewhere there. I need to go because if I don't, I'll need to go a lot like later on during a road trip. So it's more of just a waiting game at that point. But in regards to other people being around, it doesn't matter. It's just.
Yeah, like I'll piss in a bottle.
I need to go, but only just enough to where I know it's somewhere, but kind of waiting.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah, I mean, I'll piss in a bottle. with
So
a
are you
full
saying like if you don't have to
car.
go immediately and you just stand there and wait, it doesn't bother you?
It's-
You see
y-
people come in
yes.
and out.
Yeah, stand there and wait, and then like there's a certain feeling that like to bring it forth. It's like concentrating on what it would feel like.
makes it sound like he's summoning something.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
kind of
he's
how,
doing
that's
his
kind of how it
incantations,
is.
making signs with his hands.
That's kind of how it
performing
is.
jutsu.
The other people are confusing it for masturbation, but he's actually just summoning the pee.
Yeah, he's
No,
just
There's a
empowered
process
by it.
involved.
I don't know. The only
Just how I
problem
do it.
normally the only problem is when I hold it for too long and it's just impossible to take a piss. You're like, what do I have to do? Because you hold it.
Have you
for
ever
like
held it
6
so
hours
long
extra.
where you popped a Woody? It's like really impossible to pee.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
Post
And I'm like-
coitus pisses are definitely difficult.
Post coitus piss?
Yeah. Post.
Yeah, when you're trying to
Easiest
clean
piss in the world.
When you're trying to clear the pipes out and you
Yeah.
still got a chubby, and so like the valve is closing off the flow of urine, but you're like, I don't want to
that
wait.
is by far the best
Piss
pee of all
everywhere.
time. It
Yeah,
feels
true.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's a victory pee.
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. It's definitely-
Yeah.
Like,
Great
this is
pee.
my reward for a job well done.
Yeah. Exactly.
So Matt, what do you do?
I tell myself I'm better than everyone in the room, keep lying to myself, and come back in 5 minutes.
You just whisper.
Wait, come back in 5 minutes.
You whisper positive things to yourself, like you're the best.
So
Everybody's looking
your
up to you.
pants are still unzipped, everything. You'll just
You can do
walk
this.
away from the toilet, come
You
back.
can do
in
this,
5
Matt. You can do this.
Oh,
I
no,
believe
no,
in
I'll
you.
wash my hands. I'll still wash my hands like
Oh, good.
I
Like-
finished the job.
You'll
no, I'll
act
come
like you
back
did
in
the
5
deed.
minutes.
Flush the
What's
toilet
that?
and everything, right? You'll flush the toilet, wash the hands, do everything like you actually did it, and then come back 5 minutes later.
It's a crowded
sure, 'cause I'm
bathroom. If
better
it's a
than
crowded
everyone else,
bathroom,
and they
everyone will
can't.
know.
So here's why I bring it up.
Okay, yeah, I
Because I
was
found
hoping
the-
you were going to get to a relative point.
The perfect thing to do when you have a shy bladder.
Sure.
Math. Just start doing math in your head. It takes your mind off everything.
I hate
Because
math.
you're solving math in your head and you're just concentrating on that. Do your multiplication tables, do your addition tables or something like that. Just subtract random numbers. If you start doing math in your head, it just flows out and you're fine.
I hear baseball is also.
Well,
a good,
math or like just focus on like a deep story or something like. It's like focus to completely. Don't
If you're
focus
trying to
on the
think of a
task at
story, you might-
hand. You focus on something else that would be intellectually stimulating to completely distract you.
All right,
I'm
TJ,
telling you-
next
I'm
time this
telling you,
happens to
fast
me,
solution math.
I'm going to do math, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to blame you.
Does
I'll
that
be
just
like,
mean I'm better
TJ,
than you?
you're full of
or
shit.
Smarter than you with my math? I don't know. Just, who knows? We'll have to see.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Make a shenanigans out of it.
Well, wait, I don't think we want to see that on film.
Well, I mean, if it's just a pee stream,
You want to bet?
It's from the behind. It's
Yeah.
you know.
How am I
Unless
going
he
to...
doesn't take his pants off when he pees, it's fine.
Some people get a little uncomfortable when they walk into a public bathroom and they see a camera set up on a tripod facing the urinals.
Ken has
Some
the
people
full
get
camera.
uncomfortable with that.
Has the full camera tripod stand, like lighting effects. He's like holding it behind.
you're holding a boom
Listen,
mic.
We're filming
Yeah,
a 30-second
exactly.
video.
No, Bones can be holding the boom mic.
Bones.
It's one of his cousins.
Whose cousins?
Gosh
Dark's-
dang it, Tjan.
Dark's
He's paying
cousins.
attention.
Don't worry. I'll add context for you, Tjin. It's okay. I got
Bones,
you.
Bones.
Okay,
I
not
was
everyone.
gonna say, like, I know Carl Urban is up for needs the work. Just
Oh,
Jeez.
you're talking about my cousin's boyfriend.
again, I'm pretty sure Carl Urban needs the work, but not that bad.
Yeah. no.
I don't know you.
Oh, okay. So I because of the similar-ish when they've been mentioned. There's like 3. Okay,
So
I
it's
get
a
it.
confusion on Chaos's part. So
Yeah, well, it's confusion on Chaos's part, but still, I understand. I've heard him before. He's been on those podcasts.
If
Or
you
been on
start
the stream
referring
at
to
the
yourself
very
in
least.
third person, that would make my day.
would it though?
He did. He just did that already.
Chaos
so your
is
date
very
has just been made.
confused, but Chaos understands now.
Yes.
Hey, I'm tired too.
Chaos
So-
is
Not as
tired
tired
too.
as Dark, but I'm still tired.
How was your vacation?
Well, vacation was awesome. I was actually able to get some sleep, though I had to go immediately wake up super early right after getting home from the plane late.
Mhm.
So that's not fun.
Where'd you go?
Oh, I was just over to San Antonio to meet with family.
Cool.
He went all the way to his mom's
It
house.
was supposed to be. This was supposed to be for Christmas, holidays, Thanksgiving.
All of them.
Finally, my work let me off, but now I'm just got back from the trip yesterday.
I've just realized that Zach was the only one that answered my movie question at the beginning of this podcast. So
Yes.
we need to fix that problem now in the
What was
next
your question?
10 minutes.
The next
What's
two.
I think my movie. I was the conversation kind of moved away, but I thought mine would be Atlantis.
The Lost Empire? Disney's
Yeah.
Atlantis, The Lost Empire?
The cartoon?
Exactly. I love the overall sense of adventure, and then how it wasn't some hero or anything leading everything. It was this random guy that probably shouldn't even be there that ends up saving the entire race.
So you like rooting for the underdog? Because he's
Pretty
like
much.
the underdog. I actually really liked Atlantis too. The only
Yeah.
thing I didn't like was kind of like the whole we're doing it for the money, and the villain is just like, oh well, I'm being the bad guy for the money.
Yeah.
Like just discovering an ancient civilization would have made you like filthy rich, but
Like the bad guys from Twister, right?
Wait, how did you slip back into late '90s Disney kind of crap?
We have this thing called a tangent machine, which
A Tjin, if
yes,
you will.
we
Speaking
use.
of-
We jump on our segways. and
Mr.
just
Hilferty,
transfer.
it's your turn to confess your movie that you like to watch that may not necessarily be a good movie, but you like it for whatever reason that you like it for that most other people don't. So
You do not want me to start this list.
Please.
no, it's a single movie. The one that tops your list, the one you go to.
Give a movie, not all the movies.
It's gonna be either Jingle All the Way or Point Break. It's one or the other.
First, Jingle All the Way is actually good, so that doesn't even qualify.
Well, it's more
Well,
so
no,
like
it does
alternative
qualify.
themes. It's alternative themes. Like you like the movie because of a different theme that's in the movie that not necessarily everyone else enjoys or seems to notice. Is I think what Dark's trying to say.
That's pretty much it.
No. The thing is, like, as I've grown older, I've become very, let's just say, annoyed with the holidays.
Okay.
He's a curmudgeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go with
It's
that.
early.
So it's things like, when John Hughes takes on a holiday and he starts writing, his
John
little
Hughes
cynical...
wrote that movie?
No.
Okay.
Tangent. When they start embracing the cynicism of a holiday is when I'm a sucker for those kinds of movies. Like John Candy being the devil in Home Alone.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that is a weird theory.
Yeah, you say it's theory.
I miss John Candy.
I say it's good screenwriting.
Yeah, true.
What was that movie John Candy was in where they had the shotgun that was also a lamp and it burned the ass off of a bear?
The Great Outdoors.
The Great Outdoors.
I'll have to catch that.
I've never seen that one.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to catch
fuck, it is amazing. That was like one of my favorite movies growing up.
Yeah, I loved it as a kid. I have not seen it as an adult. We should do that as a movie night just so I can see if it actually holds up as an adult. It's called The Great Outdoors. Like this movie,
John Candy.
Yeah, and this movie has a shotgun that's also a lamp, and it shoots bolts of electricity.
And it just blows the hair off the back of a fucking
we
bear.
haven't actually officially voted on the next movie, so we can put that on the list.
Well, there we go. That's the next one right there.
Somebody at my work yesterday was just randomly quoting Heavyweights. You guys ever seen Heavyweights? I know Matt has.
No.
Negative.
Never seen Heavyweights. It's old and awesome and hilarious, and I hadn't thought about this movie in like 6 years, and they just start quoting it, and then I get right into it. Like, I can remember every quote, every line from this movie, and it's
you guys have a quote
2 hours
off?
At work.
Dodgeball is like the spiritual sequel to Heavyweights. It's kind of amazing.
Oh, it's one of those movies.
No. I don't agree with that, because now you're associating Dodgeball with Heavyweights, and it's nowhere near that. Even though Ben Stiller's character is basically the same character.
And it has Ben Stiller in it. Okay. Yeah,
it's
the chances of me watching it are dropping significantly with every sentence.
Listen,
but
it's at
there
his
are
absolute best. I think you'd be impressed.
There are totally dragons in it.
There are dragons.
Yep,
There are
dinosaurs.
dragons. There is a deep understanding plot.
There's mermaids too.
Yeah.
Mermaid dragons?
Yeah.
Does it have mermaid dragons?
What? When
They are all under the sea.
I believe they're called sea serpents.
Ah, damn it. I was about to be like, is that a thing? There's no way that's a thing.
Yes.
It comes up and be like, yo, it's sea serpents, you idiot. I'm like, damn.
Sea serpents, you damn fool.
You damn fool.
So, my movie, which is actually a family favorite, classic, it's like, I don't understand it. It's not one of like the top 100 movies of all time.
I'm going to fight you if you say Brave Little Toaster.
It's The Brave Little Toaster.
Dude,
Fucking day.
there's so many reasons you could like Brave Little Toaster. That movie is fucked up.
It's
Watch
fucked
it
up and amazing. If you want underdog, that's a fucking underdog story.
Well, it's not the underdog story. It's there's tons and tons of like side tangent like meanings that I didn't understand until later on. Like the flower freaking just dying of depression after Toaster separates from it.
Oh, that got me
you know
so
what? That's
sad.
a symbol of vanity. That flower literally represented commercialism and
Narcissism.
vanity, but when there's no mirror, no audience,
No.
they wither and die.
That would be more the air conditioner that rages until it explodes.
Oh no, he
And
just had an anger problem.
all you see is just this husk, and the face drops off.
But then when Master shows him kindness, everything's
Sure.
What?
Later on, but
Yeah.
at the time in the movie, he just is just this husk.
I love the music.
This movie has
in
so
that
many
movie.
layers to it, so many messages in it. It's all you need to have a successful childhood right there. Just literally watch this movie and you're like, I know everything I need to know now.
It's strangely
literally
kind of
grow up to be a totally-
anti-consumerism.
Yeah.
really.
It's a good functioning human being. That's what that movie does.
Also,
Yeah, because it's got themes of loss, themes of death, themes of like figuring out who you are, what your place is in the world, and like and kind of facing
And
the ultimate
really good
meaningless of
songs.
everything. And yes,
Yeah,
holy
super
shit, the
kick-ass
songs. Oh, I loved the "You're Worthless" song, the one they're singing in the junkyard as the cars are all being crushed into tiny little cubes.
oh man, yeah.
I love
And-
that it's like I have a backstory.
I love the radio.
Yeah, it's horrifying.
I like the radio was probably my favorite character. Yeah,
I like Lamp.
Tutti Fruit. Oh yeah. Sorry.
or that It's a B movie song that all the macabre
The scary
creations sing. And there's that like can opener lamp and a shaver thing that kind of gets center stage for a while.
What am I? Ah,
Yeah, like I'm a mishmash.
I'm just saying, watch it again. And try to sit through it.
no, he's saying
you tried to
in
watch it
general.
recently?
In general, watch it again. Like for me, I haven't seen it. Well, I watched it again later, like maybe a year ago. But it's like after that big gap with Tyler, I saw it. Like still loving it, but then also seeing like all the meanings that it had to say.
Mm-hmm. It's the same level as The Land Before Time. Fucked up movie, awesome. Everything you need to have a good childhood, right there.
Definitely. Also,
Yeah, you know what the weird thing is? The Brave Little Toaster actually won like a Parents' Choice Award,
Mm-hmm.
something or other. And like looking at that, like
Where's
as an
the scary
adult
clown?
watching it, I'm like, the parents thought this was a good movie to show their 5-year-old? Because I mean, my parents
I
did.
think overall it deals with it it deals with everything without being too overly.
What the
graphic
fuck
or
was up with
violent.
the clown that shot forks out of its
Oh,
water
yeah.
hose? Like,
Oh yeah, I bet that actually
Oh,
probably
my
caused
God.
some clown fears or nightmares.
I like seriously, that would like freaked me out more than anything else in the whole thing. I'm like, oh no, here comes the scene with the clown and the forks coming out of the water hose. What am I watching? I don't know.
I like their off mode when their eyes are closed and they're like really, really creepy and they're just flat, inanimate objects and then their eyes slowly, slightly open. I just love how it's animated. Like, it's super creepy, but when they close their eyes, they just have no eyes. They just
It
look
definitely-
normal.
It's definitely like one of my favorite 2D animated anything. Really.
I will admit that movie did make me paranoid of my appliances as a kid. Like, I
Oh,
was always
definitely.
wondering, like, do they really come alive when I'm not in the room?
I mean, Toy Story had the same effect. You kind of
Yeah.
wish them to be alive, though.
Well, I
But
was
then-
old enough when
but
Toy
then-
Story came out that it didn't bother me. But yeah, if I were like 6 when Toy Story came out, I totally would have been like, do my toys move around when I'm not in the room?
We were 6. It was 95. We were born in... You were 98, right? Or 88. So you were 7.
86.
80...
Came
Okay, you're
out
old.
November '95. So
Never mind, he's old as shit.
at a
He
minimum,
didn't even know Power
He's old
Rangers.
as
You've completely given up on him.
I was born in 94.
At a minimum, Tom, you were 7 years old.
Yes, I still played with toys when I was 7.
Hey, dude, that's
So
cool.
did
We all
Andy.
did it. We all did it.
Dude, I did it until I was like
I admit it.
13. I did it at an unreasonable age. I played with action figures for a long time.
Wait, so speaking of Power Rangers and movies, do you guys remember watching the Power Rangers movie, like the first movie that they did
course.
as a kid, and knowing how awesome it was?
I watched it a
Yes.
year ago.
Yes. I watched it.
Okay, I watched it earlier, or late last year, actually, because now it's the new year. I watched it late last year, and if it wasn't for the fact that I was really drunk, I don't think I could have gotten through it.
No,
was like-
come on.
I was like, holy shit, this is...
That movie, that it's a bad, it's good kind of thing, but it's like you still want to watch it.
It was
Like,
so bad,
Not,
it was-
It's
it-
not that cringeworthy.
Uh-huh. Yeah, if to me, when I first started, I'm like, oh, I first thought, hey, yeah, this is so bad, it's good. But then as I went on, I'm like, oh my, no, now it's just really bad. And then it got good and bad again, and then it's just really bad. And I'm like, okay, the novelty's worn off. I'm ready to watch something else now.
That's
Fuck
somewhat
that, I see it
understandable.
But I love the theme song. Go, go, Power Rangers. And the
Dude,
guitar.
Van Halen at the end of it. Can't beat it.
Yep.
Can't beat it.
Yep, fair enough. Also, Logic Killer from the chat said, I came in the middle of peeing, and I was so weirded out.
But
I didn't know
Segway!
you could
That-
do
I've
that.
never seen that movie, but hey, whatever.
This I predict this is going to lead at least one of us, possibly me, down a dangerous path.
You think?
Oh, God.
Thanks a lot, random person in the
I
chat.
think he needs to go see a doctor personally, because there might be some, or could have just been some leftover from whatever.
Or not.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Go see a doctor.
Although much like the guy who's having, who's peeing in spurts, we might want to contact somebody for this guy because that's somebody
That's the same guy.
Yeah, he definitely needs
Like-
to get his prostate.
Could have some prostate problems
Yeah, his,
right there.
his
just,
prostate's currently strangling his urinary tract.
I mean,
so,
maybe he just does it for fun. Maybe he likes that feeling of when it really fucking hurts when you stop peeing in the middle of peeing.
that's fucked up.
He might be like
Oh.
A sounder.
A sounder?
That's what it's
What?
called when you put things in your urethra.
No, it's sounding.
Wait. What?
How do you know that?
Yeah.
I'm a child of the internet.
Never mind. I already said it. Someone's fetish.
Rule.
But here's something weird. So I never thought about this. That horrible feeling when you have to cut the flow off. We were talking about this at work, and so someone asked one of my coworkers, female coworkers, like, does it feel the same way for the girls too? Like, if you have to cut off your stream, does it really hurt? And she's like, oh fuck yeah, that's awful. So it's like a universal thing. It just does not feel good to cut off the stream.
Another way I can relate to women.
Yeah. See, so the next time Holly's saying, you just don't get me, you're like, I know that it hurts when you cut off the flow.
She's like, how did you know that?
Yeah, the mind
Because
is
we are
blown.
an authority on urethras on the podcast.
Science.
Urology, bitches.
The forum
This is
thread.
actually TFT Talk Science, Part 3.
TFT does science.
We've talked about
Certified.
wieners way too much on this podcast already.
We were talking about male and female urethras this time, not wieners specifically.
Wieners and gonads.
Also,
No.
he didn't come while peeing. He peed, then walked into the room and listened to us talking about peeing. So he's weird. He was weirded out about that. He or she.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Where did you get the other thing from?
Yeah, what
Gosh
the
dang
fuck
it,
were
Zach.
you saying,
on, he
Zach?
You're confusing the
He
word
didn't
cum?
give- no, yeah, he did. Yeah, he said came.
Did he spell it
C-A-M-E.
C-U-M?
No, he spelled it C-A-M-E, but he didn't give me much context, so I just assumed he was bad at spelling.
You know what, Zach? Go sit in the corner and think about what you just did.
He just explained it to me in chat, alright?
Shoo, corner with
In
you.
the corner.
Yeah,
Not
besides,
the corner.
Tgjanland has to wrap things up anyway.
Thank you, everybody, for watching the TFT podcast. You've been a wonderful audience. Thank you to our guest, Matt. He's been cool. Give him a round of applause, guys.
Does Matt have anything he'd like to pimp?
Are you working on
My
anything, Matt?
ride.
What's it look like? What are you driving these days?
Jim's car.
This car?
So instead of his link, we're going to be putting a picture of his vehicle.
Well, we can link to your YouTube channel. He has some.
Okay,
stuff
so he
up.
does have something actually.
We'll put it linked up.
Gosh dang it!
I'm still not gonna take that video out from behind the hidden wall.
Yeah, don't do that.
I do have a job to protect. So.
So thank you everybody for watching the podcast. You can find us on Twitter at the Forum Thread and at TFT Plays. That's our gaming Twitter. You can follow us on you can subscribe to us on iTunes. So the Forum Thread Podcast. You can join our website, theforumthread.com. Join our forums and join the conversation. You can follow us on YouTube, TFT Productions and TFT Plays, and like us on Facebook. And there's some other stupid ones that we don't care about.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. So until next time, guys, feel the thread between your fingers, let it dangle, and we'll see you again next week. Same place,
I like
same
that.
time.
We're gonna keep doing that. Episode 146. We're still finding out things we want to do on the podcast.
No. That's actually the new title. Let it dangle.
Let it dangle. I like it. It's very. Yeah, you're on point. I like it. This is bursting with ideas.
Good night, everybody.